Welcome to Brick or Bounty.
What's up, guys? The channel is back, and we are building the Battle of Jakku. So basically, with the Battle of Jakku, what I'm wanting to capture is the Battlefront 1 and 2 versions of Jakku, the ones where we get to see all the ships flying around in the sky, shooting each other, the one where it's like the Empire's fighting the rebellion on Jakku, where all those Star Destroyers crash and land. That's the Jakku I want to capture. It's going to be cool, though. So basically, we're going to build this massive crash Star Destroyer wing into the planet, and then we're going to have the rebels fighting like the Imperial generals that are coming out of the Star Destroyer. It's going to be awesome. So one of the first things I wanted to do was build like a little mini scale version of what we're going to try to accomplish. My goal is that this is going to be the biggest Battle of Jakku out there that's like at a detailed level. I know that a lot of people just throw a bunch of sand plates and then put like a crash Star Destroyer in it. That's cool. I like minifigure scale stuff, and so everything on this is going to be at least relatively minifigure scale. And let me just show you the little mini model right now, right here.
So this is like a little mini scale version of what I'm doing, and this is like to scale of what I'm going to do. So like everything's at the right dimension. Basically, we're gonna have this massive crash Star Destroyer wing right here. We'll have a cool little crash TIE fighter. Maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe there'll be like a crashed X-Wing or like Imperial shuttle or something like that. Basically, that's kind of just a good overall view of what we're gonna do. And so I've actually built like a base structure of what the whole mock's gonna look like. And that base structure is right there. And so basically, this is that, but at a very big scale. Okay, so what I've done is I've laid a 4x3 base plate structure. This base plate right here is gonna be like cut in half, just to add a little bit of dimension to the mock. We're gonna have like all these sand dunes that kind of build up, and so these are my base supports for the sand dunes. And then this is the massive Star Destroyer wing, or at least the base of it. So this thing's actually like on another level of tallness. The whole thing's supported through Technic. That's what like keeps this thing up. It's actually super stable. This thing's not gonna go anywhere, which is what I needed, because if this thing wasn't stable, then we'd be absolutely screwed. Because what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to build all these different things onto it, and that's gonna make it very difficult. The entire thing is actually supported by these little things right here that holds it up, and then these attached to these little Technic things that go all the way to the top of it. Just like we have on our little mini model, there's like that massive little engine in there. We are going to build that engine right here. It's going to be pretty big, and the idea is that all these sand dunes kind of cave into that entrance, like they all slope down into it. That's why it's built up like that. And then you'll see the Imperials like marching out of the ship from there, and then the rebels will kind of meet them right over here. Okay, so first steps in actually getting this mock to be possible is to get all of the sand pieces that we need. And if you actually look at my channel, we have a couple previous Jakku mocks that are like way smaller. I also recently just posted a video of like a mock I created, like it was like 3 years ago, something crazy like that, and it was this massive like sand wall, and I had all these 1x1 studs used to create it. And actually what you can do is you can see here on my little Lego table, we have a lot of those plates left over from that, and these pieces have been on here for years, which is kind of crazy. And so I have this little operation going where we're taking all of my like brown and like tan colored pieces and we're sorting them into that. That way we can build the Battle of Jakku right there. Our first step is kind of going to be to lay a base layer of sand along the edges, just to create a good border for it. And that way we can kind of just build from the edges to the middle, and that's going to cover our little sand portion. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start plating this thing. That way we can kind of get a little bit of a start going on that. If you don't mind me, we're going to start a little time lapse just to get that going right here. Finished up with that, and that kind of gives you an idea of what the like the freeform work is going to look like. So we're just gonna have a ton of 1x1 sand tiles that are going to create different layers and stuff, and then we'll have parts of the edges kind of stick out like that, so we'll use some snot techniques,
And yeah, that's what the rest of the mock's gonna be like, unfortunately. For me at least, I'm gonna have to do that, which took me maybe about 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to do that across the entire mock. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. But outside of that, this is where the fun's gonna start. And so we have to build that up to there. If you've ever wanted a platform where you wanted to grab inspiration from all different kinds of other builders who have built other Lego Star Wars mocks, or if you wanted to be able to post mocks that you've built to go inspire others, there's a platform in the description and right here. Go click on it. It's going to take you to an online school community where we have tons of builders who are posting mocks and stuff they're working on. You can get early progress pics of stuff that I'm working on, and it's 100% free. So I don't know why you haven't clicked it yet. Go click it right now. It won't be free for long. And so if you click it right now, it will be free forever for you. It's going to be worth your time. Go join it right now. Anyways, back to the video.
All right, guys, so we actually got this whole thing plated up. And so this is kind of just going to give you an idea of what the plating is going to look like. We're going to have a lot of transition between like tile and studs. And then we'll also have like this like snot technique here. There'll be like different like indents and stuff just to add like a lot of texture to the Star Destroyer, you know. A lot of this right here, and then we'll also like use snot to like fill up empty spaces like this. And then a lot of this will all be plated. We might need to go buy some more tiles and plates because I don't know if I have enough, but we should be fine for a sec. And it did cover up a decent amount of it. That didn't take too long to do. And so I think this mock might go by pretty quickly. The only tricky part is going to be doing the whole engine and all of the stuff in here. And then obviously doing all of the endless, tedious freeform work. So once we can get that done, which is the easiest part, we can move on to the fun stuff right here.
Yo, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please go like and subscribe, and also join that online school community. Those are all going to help me take this mock to the next level. The purpose of week 1 is always just to show you guys what kind of techniques we're going to be using, what the scale of the mock's going to be, all that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back next week with a part 2. It's going to kind of continue all the sand work and continue all the plating work of the Star Destroyer. Be looking out for that. Turn your notifications on. I'll see you guys later.